Okay, we have some baseball items that I'm lucky enough to show. Mickey Mantle. And
Duke Snider.
go ahead and oratory for me because I don't know anything
Duke
about
Snider. And if you go back to the one you just saw there and go to the cut sign signature, which is right in the middle, that's Roger Maris, who hit 61 home runs in 1961. Those are all Brooklyn Dodgers and New York Yankees. Top ones in there is going to be Yogi Berra. It's in the green card, and right below him is there's Whitey Ford and Hank Bauer, and there's Carl Erskine, Dick Williams, a bunch of the old Dodgers. Let's see, that would be Clem Labine, Don Zimmer, and Johnny Padres, who was the MVP of the 1955 World Series. Of course, this is the Mickey Mantle signed jersey. 536 home runs in Hall of Fame 1974 is when he went in the Hall of Fame. Those are 1951 jerseys, both for Snider and for Mickey Mantle. They're replica jerseys. They're Cooperstown or Mitchell and Ness jerseys, excuse me, that are replica ones that were signed by Mantle and by Duke Snider. And up top here, first of all, that's a signed Dale Murphy with the Braves, and the boxing gloves right to the left there are signed gloves. The first one is signed by Muhammad Ali, was signed Cassius Clay. The second pair signed Muhammad Ali, and those were. And the picture in the middle it was taken in 1997, and that's where we got those cards. These are all Hall of Famers. You'll see
Ted Williams from San Diego.
Yep, at Hoover High School. And then you've got Buck Leonard, who's with the Negro Leagues. Above is Satchel Paige from the Negro Leagues. Monty Irvin went to Major Leagues. He's also in Negro Leagues. Up on top is Brooks Robinson. And that's Ozzie Smith to the right. And then coming down is Hank Aaron, Stan Musial, Bob Gibson, Orlando Cepeda, Juan Marichal, Fergie Jenkins, and Jim Palmer. There is Willie Mays, and right behind it is Ernie Banks, Harmon Killebrew. I'll move that, and you can see Frank Robinson, Bob Feller. This one is a funny one. It's one by Pete Rose where he says, "I'm sorry I shot JFK." That was when he was doing apologies for "Sorry I'm betting baseball." That's in this corner is this one down below. That's Tony Gwynn, and then back over here is Willie Stargell, Hall of Fame pitcher, Early Wynn, who had 300 wins, and Sparky Anderson, the manager, Hall of Fame manager for the Reds. And okay, now you've got, this is all Dodgers. If we go down to this, Gil Hodges, there's a signature of Gil Hodges. Above him is Walt Alston, manager. This one up top is the guy who played for Brooklyn. His full name, and he signed it out, his name was Cal McLish, but his full name was Calvin Coolidge Julius Caesar Tuskahoma McLish. Then you've got, let's see, you've got Hermansky. These are Brooklyn Dodgers, you may not know. There's a 1941 Brooklyn Dodger MVP, Dolph Camilli. Right up above here, you've got Larry Sherry, who was the Los Angeles Dodger MVP in the World Series. Don Sutton, Roger Craig here. Frank Howard, who just passed away. Pee Wee Reese, Hall of Famer. Of course, the biggie, Sandy Koufax. Below him, here's Duke Snider, of course, major center fielder. And that back there is a cachet signed by Carl Erskine and Duke Snider. Let me remove the Dodger bum, so you can see what's here. This is Duke Snider, a helmet signed by him. And you've got Carl Erskine, Al Gianfrido, who made the famous catch of Joe DiMaggio in 1947. Johnny Padres again, the World Series of 1955 MVP.
Now, these are not prints. These are real signatures.
Those are all signatures. Wally Moon, who was on 3 championship Dodger teams, 59, 63, and 65. Of course, Don Drysdale, who's in the Hall of Fame. This is Ralph Branca and Bobby Thompson. Bobby Thompson hit the home run called the Shot Heard Round the World that took the Giants to the World Series in 1951. Maury Wills. Okay, and that's Johnny Padres again, a signature by Johnny Padres on a card.
How about this?
This one is Danny McDevitt. It is a paycheck. Danny McDevitt played for the Dodgers the late 50s in Brooklyn and in Los Angeles. I'll turn it over so you can see his endorsement signature. This is when he played for the Cedar Rapids minor league ball club that I got. Now down to Yankees. In the back, you'll see all of the Yankee baseball cards by Topps. There are 6 of those. There's a card here with Mickey Mantle over to the left. And behind there, we've got autographs. I got to see who I've got back. Oh, Louis Arroyo and Johnny Blanchard behind there. This is behind a statue of Roger Maris. Those are 1961 Yankees. Also Bobby Richardson, 1960 World Series MVP with the Yankees. Ryan Duran on the bottom. Moose Skowron, who was the first baseman with the Yankees during the 60s, 50s, and 60s. Bob Turley, 1958 Cy Young Award winner. This is a big one here. This is Don Larson, who pitched the perfect game in 1956 World Series. And there's other signatures on this ball that were still alive when this show that we went to. Hank Bauer, Gil McDougall. Of course, there's Duke Snider and Pee Wee Reese, who was on the opposing Dodger team. And of course, Yogi Berra right there. Let's see. Oh, now we get over here to the biggies. You've got Joe DiMaggio. Up above him, a little bit in the shadows, is Whitey Ford. And Irv Norn, who played on championship teams in the 50s for the Yankees. Tony Kubek. Johnny Mize played for the Yankees. Dave Winfield played, of course, and came from the Padres, went to the Yankees. This is Jim Catfish Hunter. And below here is Mickey Mantle. And this is a guy named Freddie Sanford. This is his baseball card right below it, right here. He just played in 1949, 50, 51, played for the championship teams just those 3 years. This is Frankie Crossetti, shortstop in the 1940s and 30s. And Hank Bauer in the 50s. Gil McDougall, who was a 51 Rookie of the Year. And this here, then again, this goes back to that perfect game signing show that was done in 1996 with the surviving New York Yankees, which were those that were in the starting lineup. So,
boy, howdy.
Anyway,
And there's cards.
and cards to go through too.
We'll do another one.
Yes.
And there's a couple of pics.
Okay, there's a picture of the first day of Jackie Robinson breaking into the big leagues. To the far left, you see Duke Snyder sitting. He's a signature. He's in the clubhouse. A guy named Spider Jorgensen was at third base. Then Pee Wee Reese at shortstop. Then Eddie Stanky at second. And Jackie Robinson at first base. Here's three of the top old stars. That's Joe DiMaggio on the left, Mickey Mantle in the middle, and Ted Williams.
Oh, boy.
And then there's Roger Maris. And this is Bill Dickey, who's a Hall of Fame catcher for the Yankees going back to the 1930s, the time of Gehrig and Ruth. And this is Sandy Amoros, who made a famous catch in the 1955 World Series for the Dodgers.
All right. Well, thank you, buddy. We're going to call it.
Hope the narrative was okay.
Excellent. All right. Thank you, buddy.
You bet.